Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rizzano, and this is another episode of the world famous, the University of Love, the best podcast in one, two, three galaxies. But, ladies and gentlemen, you and I, we should just call this show. You should call it Online Marketing Moves. I don't know what to call it right now. But we are coming to you live today. Today is Wednesday, March the 6th, 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to be talking to you. I am happy that you are here. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a program for you. Today, we are going to discuss energy levels. We are going to discuss when you should use, when you have peak energy, and what should you do with that peak energy. Now, ladies and gents, we all know this for a fact. There are different times of the day where you are highest of the high and you're lowest of the low. I mean, you have, your energy level is, it's okay. And you have times when your energy level is through the roof, sort of like mine is right now. So during these times where you have the most energy, you should record, you should write, you should create your stuff. This is the time for you to be creating. This is the time for you to really go at it. This morning, I got up. I said, man, I got a lot of energy. I started, I wrote 500 words of this thing that I'm producing. Wrote 500 words, did a little exercise, read my Bible. And then I said, you know what? Let me record, because I know at some point the energy levels are going to go down. And when it goes down, it's a little tougher to sometimes record. Listen, I'm going to tell you something right now. I've recorded when I've had plenty of energy. I'll record it when I had no energy. And you get a much better show for some odd reason when you have a lot more energy. I wonder why that is. Because this recording, I'm gonna tell you something. This recording, this creating stuff, this creating a podcast, this creating a YouTube channel, recording, uploading, all this stuff. It takes a lot of mental energy. It's not like, as I told you before, I worked a few manual labor jobs. I worked one time at a chicken plant. I won't say the company name, but most of you probably know. Most of you can take one wild guess. And I worked at this plant once, and it was a long time ago. When I wore a younger man's clothes, but it was a while ago. And I worked there. I remember you would get there like 7 o'clock. 7:30 you went to work, and it was some back-breaking work, and it paid nothing. On the grand scale of life, it really didn't pay much. It really did. You are grossly underpaid working at this place. But by the time you got done working for those 8 hours, you were physically drained. It was very tiresome work, and I was young back then, so I can imagine trying to do it. At my advanced age. I'm just kidding. Something like that. But when you want to give your peak, when you want to give your best performance, when you want to give the maximum performance, you want to do it when you have the most energy, when you are the most creative. At night, I'm not when at night when I'm with my wife and we're watching TV, I don't have a lot of energy. My wife knows this. My wife gets annoyed now. She gets very annoyed. It's like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and I'm like, whoo, I'm sleepy. She's like, I thought we was gonna watch this TV show. Like, that TV show is about to watch me. Okay, the energy level is not the highest, so I wouldn't recommend me recording late at night. I've tried it before. One time, I'm gonna tell you I'm going to tell you another story. One time, one of my first podcast episodes, I stopped driving. It was 2:00 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning. I stopped driving, 2:00, 2:30. I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and record. And I remember I was hot. I was tired. It had been a long day. I probably drove like 11 hours, probably worked like 13, 14 hours in. I tried to record, and I remember I got it. I got about 5 minutes, 5 minutes into it. And then when I woke up, it was like 20 minutes later. I dozed off. I dozed off while I was talking. I said, this episode ain't gonna really work, is it? And that was that. And I decided, I said, whenever I'm tired, I might just wait till in the morning, or wait till after I take a nap to record. Now there have been some times I've not as tired, but I've been tired. I recorded, but you get through it. But for the maximum result, for the best result, for the best you that you can be, you want to give the creative juices its proper chance to shine. And I'm telling you, you know, you will be amazed at what you can do when you hit your peak, when you know your peak energy. Now some of you, like my wife. My wife in the morning, nah. That's not her thing. In the morning, she's like, oh, what's going on? Ah, la, 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 la. She's not a morning person. But in the afternoon, she gets it going, and she can go all day. And so I would say her peak energy probably afternoon to the later evening, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, something like that. And me, 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm ready to go. 7 o'clock, I'm ready to go. Noon, I can start doing. By noon, I can start doing tasks like going to the going to the post office, emailing people, checking in on different things. By the afternoon, more clerical work than creating things, trying to come up with things. And that's just who I am. And you have to figure that. Once you figure that part out, and you realize, and you realize, you know, my peak energy level is dot 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 dot, then you want to definitely say, hold all the calls. Don't call me. I'll call you. Don't holler at me. No, it's a phrase we used to say back in the day for some odd reason. Uh, don't holler at me no more. Don't holler at me when I'm at my peak energy level, because I'm busy creating things. I'm busy doing things, and you don't want to cheat yourself. You don't want to cheat your service. You don't want to cheat your product. You don't want to cheat the thing that you are trying to do. You don't want to cheat it out of a chance of the greatness. And the more you are alert, the more you are ready, the more energy you have, the more you are ready to perform, the better off you will be. It will come across that way. As we all know, the better you feel, the better you play. What does Deion Sanders say? You look good, you feel good, you play good. So if you feel good, you'll sound good, you'll do good, you'll be good. Okay, and you just have to figure out, because not everybody's different. So not everybody's the same. So don't if you're not a morning person, don't try to get a morning routine and go, this is I'm gonna write right now. Hey, some people, they can knock stuff out, and they can knock stuff out at 10 o'clock at night. Me, I don't work that way. 10 o'clock at night, I'm like, man, I can take notes. I can think of things that I might want to do tomorrow, talk about tomorrow, but I don't want to talk. I don't want to do it. I don't want to. It's just me. But for you, find out, the hours that you can really knock stuff out, that you can really, because listen, the more I use my time wisely, the more I started using my time wisely, the more I've learned. You think, oh, I can't do this and I can't do that. But the more you do something, the more you try it, you'll be amazed at what you can get done in a short amount of time, even if you don't have the most amount of time. But what you want to have is maximum amount of energy. You can write a couple pages in an hour. You can write a couple pages if you really are focused and you really are locked in. You can knock stuff out. You can knock out 500 words in a matter of 30 minutes. You can record a couple episodes in a matter of an hour. Um, one time I woke up in the morning and I said, you know what, I'm going to record a whole week worth of podcasts within an hour and a half. Boom, got it done. Uploaded them, had them all uploaded, had them all scheduled. We was ready to go. And so don't ever think, don't ever, think I can't do this, I can't do that, I don't have enough time. We all have enough time. It's just a matter of what you do with that time. Okay. And with the right amount of time and with the amount of time that you have mixed in with the highest energy level possible, great things will happen to you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. I know you love this show, but that's all the time we have for today. Come back tomorrow. We'll have an all new episode for you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't noticed, we are cooking with grease. So subscribe wherever you get podcasts. I'm gonna say it every day, I guess, until I'm blue in the face. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend about the greatest podcast in the galaxy. Now, you can always email the show. Email me, Tony@TonyRizano.com. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you a couple days ago, website will be up and running in the next few days. Tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. I got it all figured out how I want it to look. It's just gonna be, it's gonna go up, but don't worry, it won't be forever. You got to start from somewhere, so that's where we're gonna be at, and we'll take it from there. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, until tomorrow, my name is Tony Rizano. God bless. Thank you for listening, and as always, everybody, peace.